Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have been doing great. I have been super duper busy in the salon and I have a lot of really cool stuff coming up. So if you aren't a subscriber on my channel yet, make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you can see all of the cool things that I have coming up in the next month or so. So what we're gonna do today is the bubble technique by Pulp Riot. I have another video on the bubble technique, but I just had a lot of questions about it, so I wanted to show you guys another video using this technique, and today we're gonna be doing it in more of like a balayage type style. So we're going to be keeping my client's natural roots at the top and then using the bubble technique in like a balayage pattern to just get a really pretty blend of color. I'm also going to be trying a new style of video where I'm going to be doing like a voiceover instead of popping in between clips. So let me know what you guys think. If you like this best, this is what we'll do for the future, or if you like something else, if you have ideas, feel free to leave me a comment below. I'm just trying to play around with stuff and see what works best for you guys. So let's jump on in. Alright guys, this is my client Erin. We haven't done her color in a long time. She has some grown out balayage that's over 6 months old, so we're going to start by relightening that and bringing up the balayage a bit. We're going to use Blondor, 30 volume, and Olaplex today. I like mixing my lightener in a like 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2 ratio. So we're gonna mix about 45 grams of the lightener to close to 75, 80 grams of developer. And as always, we're going to be adding in Olaplex. Okay, so the technique you guys are gonna see me do for the balayage is take diagonal back sections. I'm gonna be painting in just a regular V-shaped balayage, and then I will be putting them in foils afterwards just to really keep the heat in there and get as much lift as we need. So I like starting in the back and working my way up the head from there. I'm going to be doing the same technique once we finish up with the back and move into the sides. I will take diagonal back sections and just move up the sides of the head until the whole head is painted. So now that the whole head has been balayaged and is in foils, I'm just going to process until they reach the level of lightness that I'm going for. I am going to be using more pigmented jewel tones on Erin, so she doesn't need to actually be a white blonde. Having a little bit of like a golden undertone will actually work really well and prevent these colors from fading out super quick. So this is where we are after we've shampooed out our lightener. We brought the balayage up and given those ends a really bright pop of blonde, so our Pulp Riot colors will overlay on this tone really, really well. I'm going to be creating 3 different tones for Erin's hair today. This first one is our blue formula. I mixed close to equal parts of Nirvana and Aquatic, and then added in a little bit of Nightfall to give it some depth. For the purple formula, I used jam as a base and added in equal parts of Candy and Nirvana. Candy is neon pink and Nirvana is neon blue. So mixing the two together will give us a really bright electric purple. And for our pink, I just mixed equal parts of Cupid and Candy. I really like adding neons into my Pulp Riot color creations because it just gives them such a gorgeous glow. Okay, so for the bubble technique, guys, it's a really, really easy application process. I like to take a foil and do a really thin section that I lay on the foil and I paint my color onto it directly. I take my colors and do them in a pattern. So for this color, I'm going to be doing blue, purple, and pink in that order, all the way up the head. With the bubble technique, you take just very thin sections of hair and lay them right on top of your previous section and paint directly over it. So as you can see what I'm doing here, I'm taking a really thin section of hair, laying it down right on the foil and just painting right on top of that. And what that's going to do for you, instead of completely saturating each strand with one color, it's going to give you a blend of all of the colors because they're all going to be working and melting into each strand. The bubble technique really cuts down on your application time because you aren't spending a ton of time on each strand really making sure it's saturated. You are just painting directly on top of the previous strands of hair, and it gives you a really gorgeous blend and almost like an iridescent color because they all mesh together so well. I'm gonna just continue using my pattern of blue, purple, and pink all the way up the head. I have Erin's hair sectioned into 4 quadrants, and I feel like this just gives you a really clean application. You aren't trying to pull in strands from way across the head. Just moving straight up in your quadrants makes the application super easy and quick. One pro tip for you guys here is I like always ending my sections on the same color. So for Erin's hair, the color that I do at the top, my last piece, is always going to be blue. That way when you're looking at the color as it's finished, it's going to look blue but have the purple and pink undertones working through, and it'll just give it a really gorgeous blend all the way around the head. Now I'm just going to continue keeping the same pattern and technique going all the way around the head, up the back, and up the sides. After everything is done, I will process this color for about 25 minutes. So this is what the bubble technique will look like while it is processing. You can already tell all of these colors are just blending together so beautifully, and it's going to be a really, really awesome end result. Isn't this the most gorgeous and blended mermaid hair you have ever seen? Oh, I'm so obsessed with the bubble technique. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried it, or let me know if you're planning on trying it now, and also tag me in your photos because I want to see what you come up with. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.